What is all the fuss about ivermectin? You may have heard that ivermectin, along with other anti-parasitic drugs like fenbendazole, mebendazole, are used in treating cancer. I recently heard a talk by a Dr. William Mackis. He's a Canadian doctor. He was very badly persecuted and prosecuted during COVID. He's faced jail time numbers of times. He's had to pay tens of thousands of dollars in fines to the Canadian government for making statements about ivermectin and its efficacy in treating COVID. He has also started having success treating Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, skin disorders, all with ivermectin. You have to understand it follows that parasites have to be at the root of all these conditions. But why? What happens? Why do we get parasites? So parasites are nature's cleanup crew. When your body starts becoming overwhelmed with different toxic loads, first we see the microscopic organisms that come along to start clearing things up. I can actually see these when I look at people's blood with a microscope. And then as the body deteriorates, larger and larger organisms come in to assist. Did you ever watch that old CSI show where one of the experts could identify the time of death of the body by what insects had invaded? And you could exactly determine the time of death. Well, these are the early ones. These parasites are nature's cleanup crew. And then if you do go ahead and pass away, further and further insects will come in to finish the job of decomposing you. It's very, gross, but that is just the way nature works. So we've got a bigger problem with parasites today than we used to have. They've always been an issue. Cultures from all over the world have always just done a parasite cleanse once or twice a year because they knew that we were exposed and it was a good idea. But now I'm treating people that are taking months to clear their body from parasites. It's not unusual for that to happen. And this is because our toxic loads are so high. Toxicity is what starts the ball rolling. And then when our bodies become too toxic, parasites come in as a part of the cleanup crew. And the parasites can be microscopic, like Candida. You may have heard about Candida yeast in the human body. Candida multiplies when you've been exposed to heavy metals. Mercury was a classic one. And, back when I was growing up, our teeth were all filled with those silver fillings. So we had a lot of people with mercury toxicity, and my experience as a practitioner, you can't get rid of the Candida if you've got mercury in your body. So when we look at these things, we think we must kill it, kill the Candida, kill the parasites, get rid of it. And the joke's on us because you can't kill it if the toxic loads are still there. It just comes back because it is nature's way of, protecting us in a way, you could say. But we need to learn to look at these things as signals that nature is not wrong. Nature does things on purpose. So when we've got these invasive worms coming into our territory, when we've got these invasive organisms and parasites coming into our bodies, we have to pay attention to it, and you have to do more than just kill it. Detoxification is essential. Parasites, we don't like to think about them, but we always need to do a cleanse at least once a year and preferably twice a year, just to clear any critters out of your body before they can get too much of a stronghold. Now, I have done parasite cleansing with people since I've started practicing in 1990. And I've never come across a company that has better parasite products than Cellcore. You do need a practitioner code to order from Cellcore because they're not sold over the counter, but that practitioner code is in the description under this video. So if you'd like to do a parasite cleanse, check it out. I also, in the free resources section, I have a free paper on parasite cleansing that will tell you exactly what kinds of products you can get started with.